Sacramento, California, the backdrop for the Pelicans. The highly regarded Evan Mobley has them laced up and ready as they get ready for tip-off at Golden One Center. Pelicans, Kings, up next, right after this. We hope this St. Patty's Day is bringing everyone out there good luck so far. We're dialing up some NBA action for you here on 2K Sports. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. We've got Mobley, Thompson out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Ramsey in at the 3. And for Sacramento, they've got Trey Mann, also Thompson out there. And it's Love in at the small forward position. These are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A., and it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Shot clock at 5. Down low. Here's King, and he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Sacramento's head coach. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
We played just over a minute here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. King, the pass to Barnes. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. King gets the bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Now here's Mann. And there's a pick. Pass to Love. Sacramento passing it around. Mann misses. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Ramsey. Thompson fires from way outside. Love grabs the miss. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Thompson with the block. Here's King. He's guarded by Mann. Thompson with a screen. And there's the lob. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Thompson passes to Queen. It's Thompson, high post. Pass to Queen. And here's Love. Here's Oakley, covered by Mobley. Back to Love. Here's Thompson. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
King, the pass to Ramsey. Love against Barnes. Knocks it loose. Thompson with a steal. Here's Queen. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night.
First personal foul. First team foul.
New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Blackman. Here's Ramsey. No points so far. Clock at 6. Here's Blackman. From deep. Ramsey can't get it to go. Now here's Thompson. Picked his pocket. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Ramsey. Into the lane. Shoots over Thompson. And the Pelicans miss again. The Kings have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Mobley on a screen. King, the pass to Mobley. Here's King. Out to the right wing. Here's Ramsey. Nails the wide open jumper.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Thompson outside. And he banks in the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's King. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Ramsey gets the bucket. Ramsey's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Now here's Thompson, a real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. Love passes to man. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's King. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17 and a half points a game. The Kings trailing. Oakley, pass to Thompson. Outside Love. Back to Thompson. Pass to Oakley. Thompson, a screen on Mobley. Let's go with a 3. Ramsey pulls it in. For New Orleans, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. It's Barnes on the wing. To the paint. Mobley. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Owens checked in for Scotty Barnes. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And Sacramento calls their first time out of the game. In terms of 2 guards, these guys are putting in the work on the glass. Henderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. King comes in for Thompson. And so it's New Orleans with it. King, the pass to Ramsey. To the wing on the left. Barnes with a screen on Thompson. And again, New Orleans no good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. They've got Thompson, and it's Oakley in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
King, the pass to Barnes. Here's Ramsey, defended by Thompson. Back to Barnes. 6 to shoot. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ramsey. Barnes a screen. To the middle. Second chance shot. Barnes gone up with confidence inside.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
There's a screen. Thompson passes to Oakley. Out to the wing. Here's Atkins. He's got 5. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Thompson with a steal. Pass to Atkins. Inside. Here's Oakley. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making them most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Barnes passes to Ramsey. Just 5 on the clock. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got assist number 5 here tonight. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Ramsey. Here's Blackman. He's scoreless. To the inside. That one's good. This game is all even.
Looks like he's getting warmed up. Much better efficiency here in the second quarter.
And here is Thompson. He's got 13. Pass to Atkins. They set the pick. Back to Thompson. The 3 is up. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
Here's King. Back to Barnes. To the middle. Here's Ramsey. Buries it down low. Ramsey's got 6 here in the quarter. Sacramento has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Queen. And it's Thompson penetrating. Yep, that one goes.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Both teams deciding to change it up. New Orleans has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And here's Henderson. Up top, Barnes. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
No coverage that time. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Queen, pass to man. Sacramento passing it around. A nice shot by Oakley.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to Ramsey. Launches the 3. And it's Queen with a rebound. The Kings shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Burton, pass to Queen. Here's man. That 3's off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Henderson. Here's Ramsey. 10 points for him. Pass to King. 5 to shoot. Here's Ramsey. Here's King. He's guarded by man. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. King's got 6 points.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Pelicans on top, up 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey there and welcome. It's getting hot in here and the postseason hunt is getting even hotter. Never a better time for a look at the league power rankings.
You know, right now for New Orleans, holding steady at the 2 spot, I wonder how they feel about that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the power rankings, about equal to a half a cup of coffee.
Well, if it's going to keep them up, I have a product that should put them to sleep. I got all the products, baby.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
They have played like they wanted, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the urgency in their game. We'll see if they can sustain it. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. New Orleans in the lead. So for New Orleans right now, Evan Mobley out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Ramsey in at the 3. The 3 from Barnes. Barnes drills the triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
On the wing man. There's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Knocks down the triple. He's got 18.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Ramsey gets the bucket.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Oakley. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Thompson outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Ramsey passes to King. Here's Ramsey, covered by Love. Fires from deep. Hauled in by the Kings. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. With the step back. Here's Thompson. He gets it in there. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Ramsey. Here's King. 6 points for him. Mobley outside. Goes up on the wing. Here's Ramsey. Barnes with a screen on Love. Ramsey. Hauled in by the Kings. Oakley's got 4 rebounds in the game. Thompson outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. For the lead. That doesn't go either for Thompson.
You know, all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for him.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months. Getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
On the wing, Thompson. Give him 20. Sacramento passing it around. Here's Oakley. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Oakley's got 10.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Barnes passes to King. Back to Barnes. Knocked loose. Love with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Pass to Oakley. Out to Thompson for the lead. Here's Queen. Here's Oakley. He's guarded by Barnes. Just 4 to shoot. They now take the lead. And now a 3-point Sacramento lead.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Some small forwards who find open teammates. The assist leaders over the last month. Amen Thompson, 4th.
The selfless attitude of this group of wings is a breath of fresh air. I mean, they're all about doing what's best for the team.
Well, traditionally, a small forward's role was defined differently, but these guys are focused on ball movement and creating quality looks.
Pass to Oakley. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Monday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're looking.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Kings. 2-point game. They've got Thompson. And it's a Senge in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And he gets that one. Here's King. Pass to Blackman. And here's Henderson. Here's Owens. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thompson. Rebound by Sacramento. Thompson outside. Pass to Jacobson. Here's May. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Jacobson.
Henderson. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 16. Again, the Kings score.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball. Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Takes a 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Henderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's King, defended by Thompson. Henderson with a screen on Thompson. King, pass to Henderson. No good from outside. Sacramento leading by 6. Here's May. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Pass to Henderson. They set the pick. Thompson outside. Throws it up high. May passes to Burton. Here's May. Powered down with both hands.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During the break, the coach of the Kings had some words for his team. He said, "This is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up." He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Blackman passes to Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's King. Here he goes. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Pass to Asenge. And here's Thompson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, Tim, offensive efficiency has soared in recent seasons. So what has that done to the defensive landscape?
Well, offenses now are always hunting for the weakest link. So individually, even if you can guard your own position, you may end up in a difficult switch where you are at a disadvantage. Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Here's the Asenge. Thompson outside. On target from range. Thompson's got 28.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Henderson outside. And here's Owens outside. It's rebounded by Asenge. Asenge's got 4 rebounds in the game. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Despite the defensive presence, he challenges at the rim. Give him an A for effort.
Here's Jacobson. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustment.
And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Both teams will make substitutions. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
So the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Pass to Queen. It's stolen. Here's King. And he's going for the oop here. Here's Queen. Here's the 3. And King pulls it down. Pass to Blackman. And here's Thompson for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's Atkins. Now here's Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's King. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Only 1 turnover in the first half. He's been sloppy with the ball since.
So the Kings making a change here. Mann's checked in. Sacramento leading by 18. Pass to Oakley. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Love. It's stolen by Barnes. And now New Orleans on the break. Here's Blackman. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, good whistle there.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far. Sometimes effort is more important than size. His rebounding numbers tonight are proof of that.
And he gets it to go.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man and tries.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And he's going for the lob. Man with it. Now Thompson defending. Thompson scanning the floor. Outside man. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Owens. And here's Barnes. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. And here's Thompson for 3. And he can't get that one.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Man, the pass to Thompson. Here's the pick. Knocked away.
New Orleans foul. Second personal foul. Third team. Substituting on the court.
Now man. Here's Oakley. Thompson outside. For 3. He drops it from range. Thompson's got 18 points in just the second half.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. King jams it home!
And a nice find by Mobley, keeping his eyes up and his options open.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Queen, 5 on the clock. And another Sacramento 3.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. Pass to Asenge. Here's Atkins. A shot from the high post. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Kings.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And looking at their record now, tonight's win gives them 45 on the year.
And with this victory, they conclude this season series, having won 3 out of 4 games these two teams played.
Pass to Buchanan. Here's Burton. There's the 3. Counted from distance.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. King gets the bucket.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get a high percentage at the rim.
14 foul. Now into the lineup for Sacramento, number 8, Maxwell May.
Here's Atkins. Pass to Jacobson. Out to the right wing. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with